Hi everyone, you're welcome to Social Pills channel, the right place to get just the right dose for your social challenges. I remain your chief host, Great Chinwonder. The topic for the moment on Social Pills today is suicide. We all know what suicide is. It is the act of a person taking his or her life. As weird as it sounds, this is a reality in the world today. World Health Organization research shows that suicide amounts to one of the deaths out of 100. So for every 100 deaths, one of them is a case of suicide. You see, the issues that result to suicide most times are social related issues. We ask ourselves, why would one choose to take his or her life? It is simply depression arising from social challenges. And that is the reason why Social Pills channel is very relevant for us today. You see, issues related to social matters has brought so many people untold kind of depression because, to me, I feel we just have the wrong interpretation of some of these issues. But a right interpretation to some of the issues that make up the social challenges that we have today will help us to feel less depressed and also to have less time feeling depressed going through some of these challenges. I don't know what social challenges you are going through, but I know some common social challenges could be marital related, like a man complaining that his wife is giving him troubles, or the woman is complaining that her husband is not treating her well. It could be the case of a student that is seeking either an admission or that is still battling certain examinations such as WAEC or JAMB. It could be maybe promotion in the workplace, finding it very difficult to get the promotion that we have always desired. All these things makes up social challenges that push people into several kind of depressions, to the point that certain people take their life. I'll give us an example. One man during the peak of COVID-19 last year in one of the states in Nigeria got the news that his wife delivered triplets. And maybe out of frustration that he's not financially buoyant to cater for the children, he went and committed suicide. You see, suicide is never supposed to be an option. Why? Because these issues that looks like we will never get out of them, or they are the worst thing that we can ever experience in life, are just things that I see to be waves flowing with time. And just like time, it will fade away. It will fade away. Some will not even have traces of them anymore. There are certain people who have even really done bad in life, and some of these people are living fine today. How? they eventually have to change their location, get a new identity for themselves, and then they move on with life. And some of them are even doing well today. I can say there are certain people, if you go through their history, you'll see that some of them have been involved in armed robbery cases that went viral. But some of these things will not last. They will not last. These are people who actually brought certain things upon themselves. You see some people who have their nude pictures being exposed, and it will look like it is something that is going to last forever. No. Eventually, you see that time will bring those information to nothing. And then some of these people, they eventually find a way of getting new beginning for themselves. Maybe in distant places where they are not that well known. So if such kind of cases can be resolved, solution can be gotten for them, I see no reason why some of these financial or emotional issues will bring some of us down to the point of committing suicide. Let me give us this example, a very heartbreaking one. It's a viral information that news that was spread that time. A guy committed suicide simply because the football club he was a fan to lost a match. You can imagine that. This is somebody that was given birth to by a mom. Only God knows if the mom was alive as at the time of that incident. But just because they lost a match, he committed suicide. One can look at that and see that it is totally uncalled for. It is the same thing with the case that somebody is passing through right now and he is contemplating suicide. Suicide is never an option. When we allow ourselves to be weighed down too much by any issue, it will blind our eyes and our minds from seeing that their solutions are just everywhere. And sometimes it also makes us to feel that we are the only ones experiencing these issues. But hell no, that's not the case. There are so many handful of people that might be going through worse situation compared to that which such kind of people are going through. Like the guy that I just mentioned, because your football club lost a match, even those that actually played the ball, the coach and the stakeholders, none of them were reported with such kind of case that they went that length of committing suicide. This is a match that will always come again and again and again. And subsequently, you will see that there could be victories. There could be victories, and there would eventually. You see, if we can use this as a case study for any of the challenge that we are facing right now, I want to believe that we can see that there are lots of possibilities and other sides to some of these issues that we face. But just that because we are over pressured, we allow these issues to weigh us down so much, it now makes it look like there are no solutions for them. And that is not the case. I don't know, for you that is watching this video right now, I would like you to share this video on your social handles, Facebook, your WhatsApp, and other social network handles, so that we can see how we can save certain people from some of the issues they are going through right now. You never can tell. We may be saving a soul. Most of these suicide deaths that we hear, it's something that happens to people who are living with friends, family. They are part of the society. These things will play in their mind and they will never tell you until you just hear the news. And that will be the end. I'm encouraging you that will eventually get to watch this video. Maybe you are passing through something you think is the worst in earth. I am encouraging you, it is never the worst. There are great people in past, present, and that there will be in future, who at one point or the other in their lives have suffered so many social issues that it's possible they might have even contemplated suicide. But because they did not give in to those thoughts, they eventually stood out. And today, the story is not the same. Another thing again I would like to drop for us is the fact that most times we are overly carried away by one particular issue. If you are that man or that woman, you are suffering one marital issue, or you are that young lady, you are feeling like every other of your mates, they are married, and you are yet to be married. Are you that guy, you are feeling like you are not doing well in life, your friends are settled, your mates, they have gone far? I have this encouragement for you. Do you know that it is not just that particular issue that your life is hung on? You that is facing this financial challenge, there are so many things that might be working in your life as at that time or this time that you are facing this challenge. And you never can tell. Any of them can give you that financial breakthrough. You might be working on something, let me say a project. Some of them are things that will eventually turn out to become to bring huge financial gains for you. But because you are just looking at the finance that particular time, it will look like you have become a failure totally. No, it's not like that. Same goes with the young lady. There are so many things that are working well in your life. You might be employed. Some of your friends, your mates, they are looking forward to get that employment, but hell no, they are not getting it. Some of them are even in the marriages, wishing that they had never entered until they have got something reasonable, just like you have. So we use only one issue to generalize things that concerns our life, and then we want to take decisions that is just too catastrophic. This should not be the case. This should not be the case. The great people, or those people that we so admire, that we feel they are doing well, also have their own issues. Just because what you are facing is what they have doesn't mean that they don't have their own issues that they are facing. For everyone in life that wakes up in the morning, opening their doors to go out to get one or two things done, is a direct fact that everybody in life has one issue or the other. So if the other man is not contemplating suicide, why should you take your own to now make it something that looks like it is the worst on earth? No, brother. No, sister. It is never so. You know, I would like us to always have this definition of life that I've given before. That life is an opportunity to experience both good and bad. So it is not something that is within our control. You can't stop it. you are not even given the power to choose. The good comes and the bad comes. Even though we don't pray for the bad, but it happens. And when it happens, what are we supposed to do? You see how we can eventually get over them. And that is the essence of life. Even those things, those status that we aspire, also have their challenges. I overheard one of these revered men of God, Apostle Joshua Selman, saying that even this celebrity life, that if he had really known that this is what it would cost him, he wouldn't have even really desired it. You see that? But this is somebody that almost everybody, thousands of people really just want to be like. I don't know what challenge you are passing through. Yours might be financial. The person you are feeling is doing all well because he is having financial stability might be having a chronic health issue that is threatening his or her life. So why use just your financial aspect to judge everything about your life? This is a call for us to say no to suicide. I don't know if this is the first time you are watching my video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe button, as we are going to be treating lots of social issues and the right pills for them. And then, for us that we might not be passing through any of these challenges, I'll still urge us to share, because it's possible we might be saving a dying soul or a soul that is heading towards death. Suicide is not an option. On this channel, Social Pills, I remain your chief host, Great Chinwonder. Thanks for coming. Bye.